More than 70 million individuals around the world are classified as forcibly displaced people. This statistic includes 41.3 million internally displaced people, 25.9 million refugees, and 3.5 million asylum seekers. These people flee from their home countries for a variety of reasons, such as war in Afghanistan, poverty in Venezuela, and oppression in the former Soviet Union, to try to make a better life for themselves. Although the United Nations works with countries around the world to help these displaced people find a home, many countries are hesitant to accept so many new people with different cultures. Concerns include a lack of space, a lack of jobs, and a fear that refugees will take the jobs of native-born citizens. In recent years, Venezuela has become a country many refugees flee from. According to Venezuelan government figures, 4.5 million refugees and migrants leave the country per year, 650,000 of whom are asylum seekers. The situation in Venezuela is dire. Its economy is clearly struggling, given that 87% of people are living below the poverty line. The country also suffers from internal political turmoil under the dictatorial Maduro regime, which has been in power since 2013. Other countries need to step up to help those leaving Venezuela to escape poverty. Many people are running from Venezuela not just to build a better life, but to escape President Maduro's regime. Many countries have programs that work with the UNHCR, the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, to help provide homes for refugees. But as more and more people leave their birth countries, more countries need to provide a place to shelter them. Countries have the right to put the needs of their natural-born or naturalized citizens ahead of refugees, but many wealthy countries don't give any support to the refugee crisis. Many countries have immigration programs that require hopeful immigrants to wait for visas or green cards to move into their countries. This requirement is perfectly acceptable for those wishing to visit or begin the naturalization process into a new land. But refugees trying to escape oppressive regimes and war deserve a quick way out. Venezuela's neighboring countries, such as Colombia, Peru, and Ecuador, need to separate their immigration concerns from their refugee and asylum programs to work to help refugees trying to escape dire situations. These countries need to put aside their concerns and think about human rights. They need to create programs for asylum and take in refugees with nowhere else to go. These programs could include a system of workers who place asylum seekers, or a system to create jobs in host countries, or even human rights committees who work with officials of other countries to ensure every person gets the opportunity they deserve to rise out of struggling Venezuela. Another option that would be beneficial would be education programs to help asylum seekers learn about their new countries, get work, and succeed. Asylum seekers only make up about 5% of the world's forcibly displaced people, but they are in a lot of trouble. These are the people who flee from religious persecution, like the Pilgrims who settled in America. They are the Armenians fleeing the genocide inflicted by the Ottoman Empire in the early 20th century. They are the people like the Jews fleeing the Soviet Union in the 1980s, and they are the more than 900 Jews on the MS St. Louis fleeing Hitler in pre-war Germany, turned away by America, Canada, and then Cuba, and sent back to Europe to their deaths. Especially in the United States, a country built by immigrants, many people have connections to asylum seekers or refugees. They must support all of these displaced people around the world to find homes where they can have a chance. All humans deserve basic human rights and the opportunity to succeed.